Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to show you how I calculate the amount of yarn I need for a project if I don't know how much yarn I actually need. And I also use this method when I am designing my work. So before I continue, thank you for being here, and if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe, turn on post notifications so that you know when I post a new video. So what you're going to need is the yarn that you need, and then you're going to make a swatch. A swatch is basically a sample of your work, so that you can calculate how many stitches are in 4 inches and how many rows in 4 inches, or it can be how many ever inches that you need. So this is my swatch. I'm done. I'm using the double crochet stitch and I have done my swatch. So the thing you're going to need is the swatch, a notepad where you can take your notes, a pen or a marker, and the hook that you use to make the swatch, which you're going to use for the project, and a tape. You're also going to do some googling just to do the conversion, and I'm going to show you how to do that. Here's my swatch, which is complete, and with the measurement that I have, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13. So 13 stitches by 7 rows is 4 inches. 13 stitches by 7 rows is equal to 4 inches or 10 centimeters. Okay, those are my measurements. Now to calculate the quantity, this is where it becomes interesting. So you're going to undo your very last stitch, and you're going to chain 3 or chain 2, whatever number of chains you're making for your as a turning chain, and then you're going to make a stitch in the next stitch as normal. So I'm making a double crochet in the next stitch and it's finished. So what I do is I hold the stitch, I hold where the stitch ends, and then I pull out my hook and I will undo the stitch that I just made, and I'll insert my hook at the top of the turning chain so that it doesn't unravel. So I have this is the quantity of my stitch, so that's the quantity. So I take my tape and then I measure from where I have my finger to where the stitch is supposed to start. So based on this measurement, my stitch is 5 inches. Okay, so my double crochet is 5 inches. So my double crochet is 5 inches, right? That's one stitch, one double crochet stitch. Then I know that 13 stitches is 4 inches. So let's say I want to make a shawl, a scarf that is 10 inches by 8 inches. So this is how I use these measurements. I know that 13 stitches is 4 inches, and each stitch is 5 inches of yarn, which means in 13 stitches it's going to be 13 times 5, 65 inches. We can actually prove this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to unravel 13 stitches, and then we're going to measure that to see if we're going to get the 65 inches. 1 2 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13. So we have to stop here. So we're going to unravel 13 stitches and just prove that it's going to be 65 inches. So I'm going to unravel 13 stitches from the corner. So once again, I hold my yarn from where the stitch starts and do the stitch, and then we're going to unravel 13 stitches. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13, and I'm going to use my hook to just hold this stitch so it doesn't unravel any further. And then I'm going to take my tape and measure this, right? You can actually make a knot here so you don't miss it. If you want to, you can actually make a knot here so you don't miss it, right? So I'm going to measure to see if I can find the 65 inches. So I'm just going to quickly measure with my tape. Go on, go on, go on. We are at 60 inches, right? There. And then we still have a little bit of yarn. So from there to where my stitch ends is about 65 inches. So this mathematics is correct. So 13 stitches is 65 inches, and if we work the 7 rows, right, 7 rows, it will be 65 by 7, which gives us 65 by 7, 455. So this is 455 inches. So to work a 4 by 4 inch swatch, you have 55 inches. You can easily convert this using online resources, and I'm going to show you how just now. Now we know this. I know that 4 by 4 is 455 inches. So let's say I want to make something that is 10 by 8 inches. All right. So we know that 4 by 4 is 455 inches. So 10 by 8 will be 10 by 8 multiplied by 455 divided by 4 by 4. So let's do the math. 10 by 8, that's 80, multiplied by 455, that's 36,400 inches. And then we're going to divide by 4 by 4, which is 16, divide by 16, 2,275 inches. Now remember, yarn comes in inches or meters, so we can convert this to yards, and this is how you do it. And then you're going to go to Google and Google convert inches to yards, right? And it will give you this table, as you can see, and all you do is put in your inches. So we have 2,275 inches, that's 63 yards. So for me to make a 10 by 8 inch swatch, I'm going to need 63 yards. So you just going to continue calculating as need be. You can do this for any stitch. And if you want to convert this to meters, you can just change here, yard instead of inches, you just change here to meters. Meters, just change there. So we said it was 63 yards and 57 meters. So this is how you calculate. So you can actually take any size, any stitch. So in conclusion, this is how you calculate. You can take any yarn, any stitch, any hook, just do a swatch. At least it has to be 4x4, and then measure your the amount of yarn per stitch, and then calculate based on your swatch, and then calculate based on the actual size. So this is really easy to do. I do hope you found this tutorial helpful, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe, turn on post notifications. Until next time.